The best cure for the body is a quiet mind. A revolution can be neither made nor stopped. The only thing that can be done is for one of several of its children to give it a direction by dint of victories. The people to fear are not those who disagree with you, but those who disagree with you and are too cowardly to let you know.
History is a set of lies agreed upon. If I had not been born Napoleon, I would have liked to have been born Alexander.
There is one kind of robber whom the law does not strike at, and who steals what is most precious to men: time.
Valor is a gift. Those having it never know for sure whether they have it till the test comes. And those having it in one test never know for sure if they will have it when the next test comes. In politics, never retreat, never retract, never admit a mistake. Take time to deliberate, but when the time for action has arrived, stop thinking and go.
Nothing is more difficult, and therefore more precious, than to be able to decide.
A man will fight harder for his interests than for his rights. The world is not ruined by the wickedness of the wicked, but by the weakness of the good. I am surrounded by priests who repeat incessantly that their kingdom is not of this world, and yet they lay their hands on everything they can get. Power is my mistress. I have worked too hard at her conquest to allow anyone to take her away from me. I can no longer obey. I have tasted command, and I cannot give it up. Anarchy is the stepping stone to absolute power. One should never forbid what one lacks the power to prevent. Courage is like love. It must have hope for nourishment.
You become strong by defying defeat and by turning loss and failure into success.
There are only two forces that unite men: fear and interest. Never interrupt your enemy when he is making a mistake. If the art of war were nothing but the art of avoiding risks, glory would become the prey of mediocre minds.
You must not fight too often with one enemy, or you will teach him all your art of war.
There are only two forces that unite men: fear and interest. Friends must always be treated as if one day they might be enemies. The art of war is to gain time when your strength is inferior. Once you have made up your mind, stick to it. There no longer any if, or, but. Let France have good mothers, and she will have good sons. Death is nothing, but to live defeated and inglorious is to die daily. The fool has one great advantage over a man of sense: he is always satisfied with himself. Riches do not consist in the possession of treasures, but in the use made of them. A soldier will fight long and hard for a bit of colored ribbon. Death is nothing, but to live defeated and inglorious is to die daily. 4 hostile newspapers are more to be feared than 1,000 bayonets. There is no such thing as accident. It is fate misnamed. Until you spread your wings, you'll have no idea how far you can fly. He who fears being conquered is sure of defeat.
You become strong by defying defeat and by turning loss and failure into success.
Men of great ambition have sought happiness and have found fame.
Nothing is more difficult, and therefore more precious, than to be able to decide.
The fool has one great advantage over a man of sense: he is always satisfied with himself. Great men are meteors designed to burn so that earth may be lighted. There is only one thing in this world, and that is to keep acquiring money and more money, power and more power. All the rest is meaningless. Once you have made up your mind, stick to it. There no longer any if, or, but. The greater the man, the less is he opinionative, he depends upon events and circumstances. The truest wisdom is a resolute determination. One must change one's tactics every 10 years if one wishes to maintain one's superiority. Doctors will have more lives to answer for in the next world than even we generals. The only conquests which are permanent and leave no regrets are our conquests over ourselves. The conscience is the sacred haven of the liberty of man. When firmness is sufficient, rashness is unnecessary. Among those who dislike oppression are many who like to oppress. The great proof of madness is the disproportion of one's designs to one's means.
From the heights of these pyramids, 40 centuries look down on us.
The stupid speak of the past, the wise of the present, and fools of the future. 6 hours sleep for a man, 7 for a woman and 8 for a fool. In our time none has the conception of what is great. It is up to me to show them. The surest way to remain poor is to be an honest man. If you build an army of 100 lions and their leader is a dog, in any fight, the lions will die like a dog. But if you build an army of 100 dogs and their leader is a lion, all dogs will fight as a lion. Victory is not always winning the battle, but rising every time you fall. The reason most people fail instead of succeed is they trade what they want most for what they want at the moment. The only way to lead people is to show them a future. A leader is a dealer in hope. The best way to make everyone poor is to insist on equality of wealth. It is not necessary to bury the truth. It is sufficient merely to delay it until nobody cares. Courage is like love, it must have hope for nourishment. To make yourself understood to people, one must first speak to their eyes. A celebrated people lose dignity upon a closer view. The amateurs discuss tactics, the professionals discuss logistics. To have a right estimate of a man's character, we must see him in misfortune. Soldiers generally win battle, generals get credit for them. The battlefield is a scene of constant chaos. The winner will be the one who controls that chaos, both his own and the enemy's. I am sometimes a fox and sometimes a lion. The whole secret of government lies in knowing when to be the one or the other. If I had to choose a religion, the sun as the universal giver of life would be my God. Religion is excellent stuff for keeping common people quiet. Religious wars are basically people killing each other over who has the better imaginary friend. The Bible is no mere book, but a living creature, with a power that conquers all that oppose it. I must see her and press her to my heart. I love her to the point of madness, and I cannot continue to be separated from her. If she no longer loved me, I would have nothing left to do on earth. I hope before long to press you in my arms and shall shower on you a million burning kisses as under the equator. Love is the occupation of the idle, the distraction of the soldier, the danger of the monarch. No one knows how it is that with one glance a boy can break through into a girl's heart. I have seen only you. I have admired only you. I desire only you.